All right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. A lot to dive into and discuss and what's going on in the Apex Legends esports scene. Of course, we did get the gameplay trailer today coming for season 20, and there are going to be a lot of changes going into this game. It's going to feel a lot more fresh, a lot more new. And then also, we've got how this is going to change up comp and ranked as well, and some of the good news that we've been looking forward to. And we've also got to make mention of some roster drama updates, whatever you want to call it. I have never seen an interaction like this, and I am so confused at this point of what's going on with this native roster. Of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date with all things going on in the Apex Legends esports scene. And without further ado, let's dive into what's going on right now. Firstly, guys, I wanted to mention a little bit of Scrim results just in case you guys want to keep up to date with what's going on in between the Pro League matches on the weekends. Of course, coming from the EXO Scrims for the EMEA scene, Forge, Alliance, and OAH in the top three. Of course, some very known rosters as well. Alliance has been looking strong ever since their pickup of Unlucky. Still wondering, it's weird how E6, it seems like a lot of teams that don't necessarily do amazing in Scrims will obviously have a lot better of days in the Pro League results as well. And of course, that could be with Contest and multiple other things going on. Also wanted to mention XSET TSM Legacy in the top three for last night in North America. But what was the big storyline for me was number 8 Native Gaming. Of course, they just made this roster change to drop Mamba, and who did they pick up? It is a movement player, mouse and keyboard content creator, and whatever you want to call it. Is Zeto. This guy obviously pretty much known for his movement, and a lot of people doubted him coming into this roster. And of course, they did see a little bit better of results as they picked Zeto up. But what's going on with this? I don't know. I'm confused. Take a look at what happened last night. We've got the CEO, the vice president of esports, and also the CFO, I believe, of Native Gaming commenting some really weird stuff on my timeline yesterday. So first off, Jake, on my comment of the Mamba being dropped article, said, I think Vaxlon would be a good fit for this team. And we discussed this yesterday. Well, then comes the CEO, then comes the CFO, then comes the vice president of esports for Native Gaming, and we get some really weird responses here. So first off, the COO and CFO overclocking looks at this with eye emojis, like maybe there's something in the works. Byron comes in right afterwards, their vice president of esports, with a little bit of a detective emoji as well. Looks like something was going on. And then the CEO, Deranged Native, comes out and he's rubbing his fists together like there's something cooking up. I don't know. It looked like they saw improved results. Maybe you think Native's fine with this roster. Then you see the Vaxlon conversation, and I don't know if Native is actually doing anything. This could be complete bait. But to get their COO, CFO, CEO, and vice president of esports all commenting something about Vaxlon here, it made me think a little bit, and it raised some eyebrows, to say the least. I would love to see Vaxlon back in the Pro League, but I was not expecting anything with Native after they announced the Zeto stuff. So we'll see how stuff goes, and hopefully things get better. But Zeto is on their roster. If you guys did not see on their website, I posted this yesterday. They saw improved results, but then also you could see Zeto was officially listed on their website as well. So weird stuff, and of course nobody really expected that. But they did see improved results, and we'll see how things obviously fare in the next couple of days. Also, speaking of the next couple of days, you're going to see some Pro League matches starting up pretty soon. And for North America, it's going to be Group A versus C. Just to kind of keep you in the loop here, this is TSM and LG's group once again. Oxygen Esports up there, and Native will be playing very soon as well. We'll see. Obviously, Zeto is on the Battlefy roster here also. So I'm still not sure what's going on. But XSET, Furia, all those guys, meat lovers, and we'll see how that fares off as well. Then you go to the EMEA side. You're going to see Element 6 back in this. 07 still competing in this one, and I'm interested to see how some of these other guys like Cybercats as well fare off in these next couple of matches. Then you go to the APAC North scene, and for whatever reason their schedule is slightly different. It looks like EMEA North America are playing Group A versus Group C. APAC North, on the other hand, is going to be going Group B versus Group C, which is going to be your Crazy Raccoons, your Fnatic, Pulverex, and stuff like that. And then APAC South will be doing the exact same schedule as well, but they'll be going with Dreamfire, which needs a really big day after their struggle has been continuous. Also Boogie Borders, and then Iron Blood Gaming. Wonton Dumpling is probably in a spot to take first place if they can have a really good night. So we'll see obviously how that fares for them as well. Also wanted to mention some of the changes. As you guys know, the gameplay trailer just came out for season 20, And a lot of people were saying at first that this was not going to affect comp. It was not going to affect, you know, ranked. It was only going to be pubs, and that's not the case at all. You can see they're going to be having some legend changes here, which we'll go over a little bit more in detail, but this one was for Maggie. Of course, as you level up your armor throughout the game, you're going to start getting new perks as well, and this is going to be a very interesting concept on the game. Lifeline has another one as well where she gets last stand. I don't know how I feel about this, but a purple armor Lifeline is going to be able to revive herself, which is just going to be insane, and maybe you're going to see a lot more viability. And I do like this because I think you're going to see different comps. You're definitely not going to see a very heavy, in my opinion, I don't think you're going to see a very heavy composition ran by all the teams. You're going to have a lot of mixtures in there. Not really sure what the mixtape challengers means. I would really love to see a mixtape rank playlist at one point. You guys know there is a crowd, a dynamic crowd going into this, and I would imagine eventually the battle royale maps get this as well. But as we take a look at more parts of the trailer, you'll start to notice that this 120 hertz mode graphics is going to be there, and I want to let you know that yes, aim assist will be reduced down to 0.4 for those of you playing ranked, and also for those of you playing in the challenger circuit. You don't have to worry about console players abusing 0.6 inside of 120 hertz. That's not going to happen. It will be reduced down to 0.4 if they have the performance mode enabled. And then also on top of that, you've got these new in-game LTMs, and I like this because if you're trying to get better at competitive and ranked specifically, this new LTM is probably going to help you increase your likelihood at winning your in-games. It's a smaller map, only 30 players in it, and a lot more action packed, so that's going to be a really fun LTM, and I'm very excited for that one as well. The other stuff is of course just cosmetics, but as we go through a lot of these legend changes, you can obviously take a look at some of their perks, and if you think these are going to be competitively viable, I'm not really sure. Of course, everybody kind of got some buffs because that's kind of how the perks are going to work. You want to get an upgrade as you level up. So yes, you will see some things, but I think overall it's going to make things more complex, which allows for more viability of these legends as well. So of course, a lot of changes with Lifeline. I think a lot of people are discussing Fuse, Conduit, Rampart here, Wraith as well, Octane. It would be really interesting to see Octane a part of the competitive I guess meta at some point. I don't think we've ever really seen that. Revenant also getting some changes. Loba getting some very interesting changes, which I like a lot. I don't know if this is going to increase how much people use her, but I know people were already using her at some points in the last couple of years. So this honestly looks better for Loba, but I don't know if the meta is going to be the same of needing to rat as much or needing to just play for more items like you would. So we'll see obviously how they utilize these, and we'll talk about some of the earlier predictions with some of these coaches as well. And also Maggie, Mirage, Pathfinder, and Newcastle as well. I've been hearing a lot about Maggie, and I would love to see Mad Maggie in the meta to some degree. I think her tactical is a little bit weird, but the ball is going to be interesting for some cool plays to be made as well. And then of course Ash and Horizon. I've heard Horizon is going to be a little bit more annoying. You can see ordnance through walls and death boxes. You can see ammo in death boxes, reduce tactical cooldown. We don't need more tactical cooldown, and then also 14% ultimate cooldown as well. So we'll see obviously how Horizon fares out. Then Seer, Catalyst, Ballistic, and Vantage all get theirs also. So everybody's going to have a little bit of a change, and we'll see obviously how it takes place in these next couple of days. And we're going to be getting this brand new mode and not only the LTM, we're getting the brand new season, which is called Rank Reloaded. By the way, season 13.1 was also called Rank Reloaded. So yes, we are going to a good rank system again. If you guys missed the old really competitive one back in the day, it is going to be very similar to that. So very excited for it. Now, we also had some predictions regarding these new metas and how well these legends are actually going to be. Dark Zero's coach ZZ had actually taken it to Twitter to say his too early list for season 20, and you can see this pro coach thinks that Bangalore, Catalyst, and Watson are going to be top 3, and then in his S tier, of course, that Bloodhound and Valkyrie in A tier. Then you have Horizon in B tier, Gibby and Maggie in C tier. Then you've got Fuse, Wraith, Seer, Loba, Caustic, Crypto in D tier. And I'm surprised Revenant's this low, and a couple others as well. Lifeline, honestly, in the E tier is strange because I think that self-revive, man, is going to be really useful. But obviously, this is the too early one. We'll see as this update comes out how it actually changes. And I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. Which team? We always know TSM is normally the team that takes advantage of these new changes first. And Raven and all these big high-tier coaches are cooking up things as we speak. And these are the teams that take advantage of this. So you actually could have some new teams come out of nowhere and start doing really good if they can predict this meta well enough. Not only that, we're also going to see a nerf with the 30-30 apparently, and the hemlock as well. So this will be a total different season, a total different, honestly, split. The rank split is not only going to be different, but also your ALGS split is going to be different, because 30-30 and hemlock are super duper in the meta right now. And we'll see obviously how this affects things quite a bit, because I feel like it definitely will. And you're going to have some teams that may be solid, may be decent, and if they don't do a good job at catching on to the meta, they are going to struggle early on after these changes happen. And of course, we have a LAN pretty soon as well to look out for. So interested to see what you guys have to say about all the topics down in the comment section below. Of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all things going on inside the Apex Legends esports scene. And until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.